it's the conspiracies around Charlie's death. And, when this first happened, you know that I do this every day for a living, and you're a part of this. Most of the ugliness and everything was coming from a predictable direction, the left. Now
Mm-hmm.
it's on the right. It's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And let me start here. You felt, I know you were asked, but you felt that now was your time to address it. Why?
Well, like I said earlier, I just want a very peaceful Christmas. I want my team to have a peaceful Christmas. I'm not going to sit here and mudsling. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to call names. I'm not. I'm not going to insult. Everyone's loved my husband, and we're all trying to figure out what happened. I have a little bit more insight because I'm a victim. So I get to see the autopsy report. I get to see all of the files that our prosecution, has pulled together. I trust that case. And so while everyone's trying to find the ultimate explanation of digging deeper and digging deeper, that's one thing. If you want to dig into his Discord chats or whatever that guy was involved in, I don't care. Have a heyday with that. Go right ahead. I'm not telling you to not ask questions. I just told you this. I ask questions literally daily.
Yes.
That's not what this is about. What this is about is the accusations that somehow Turning Point USA, my husband's team, my husband's security team, my husband's friends, my husband's employees are somehow, and myself, are somehow implicated in his murder. That is a totally different line. Totally different line. So, of course, I am going to stand up for that. That's a line in the sand. Because anyone who knew Charlie and knows us, that's sick. It's sick. But if you want to go after whatever you want to go after down that way of, great. But don't accuse us. Don't overanalyze. Like, honestly, Will, I have no idea how I would have reacted that day if I was there and I saw my husband be murdered. So how are you going to hyperanalyze those people that love my husband, that were with him that second, thinking that their reaction meant somehow they were involved in it? This is a one of one where social media has just had a heyday, tearing things apart. And what's so sad is that I know all of those people that were there that day. And I know all of the people who are impacted by this that are within our close orbit. And it is painful to see on their face how exhausted they are to have to relive the trauma every single day. That's not fair. We are not robots.
How do they consume it, Erika? How does it, I mean, social media, how is it getting to you? Like, I know you said the chatter.
Well, the team tells me, I mean, I do not watch one thing. The team tells me if there's anything I need to know. I mean, honestly, I say, unless I really need to know, tell me. But if I don't, please, I don't need to hear it. But that's, we
So
try to
they come
guard
in,
it that
Erika,
way.
and
But
they're like, they're saying this now. This is the current line. This is what's happening.
not all the time. Not all the time. Honestly, it might not even be from the team. I'll get a phone call from someone and be like, hey, did you know that somehow you're involved with Romanian orphans being sex trafficked? I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, it becomes laughable at some point. I mean, again, we have been lied to over and over again. So there is a baseline of understanding of, okay, we're trying to seek the truth. I get that. Again, I'm not saying don't ask questions. But when you turn questions into accusations and you don't have proof, and you're leaving things open-ended as if our team or someone involved with our team is involved in it, and then you sit there and hyperanalyze my body movements, my tears, my frowns, my voice inflection, my faith, if it's not real or if it is real. I'm not going to waste my time with that. I have nothing to prove to you.
Where do you think it's coming from,
When you know the
Erika?
truth, I beg your pardon?
Where do you think it's coming from? Like, What's the motivation?
That's for each individual person. Everyone has their own motive. I'm not going to assume what those motives are. Some it might be, honestly, grief is weird. Everyone grieves differently. It's not linear, comes in waves. Everyone has their own personal relationship with Charlie in a way where even if you didn't even meet him, you have a personal relationship with him because you watched his videos or you went to a campus event. Then you get to the next tier where you actually did meet him. That's another personal layer. Then you get to the next tier where you were actually a friend. So I'm not going to sit here and question or hyperanalyze what someone's motives is. That's in their own heart, and that's what they have to deal with responding to the Lord. That I'm not going to go. You have to put your head down on your pillow at night, and whatever your decision is, that was your decision.
Mm-hmm.
What I do ask, though, is that you keep in mind, again, there is a difference between questions and accusations. And if you have accusations and you are going to go down that rabbit hole, provide proof. I don't care if you're a journalist or someone on X. If you say accusations, provide proof. You can't just throw stuff out there and then all of a sudden everyone thinks that somehow that's truth. It's not. And it's very hard to prove a negative. So if you say, well, I don't believe what they're saying, even though they're telling you the truth, well, how is the truth going to set you free if you don't believe the truth? So now you're just talking in circles. My only prayer for all of this is that all of us can remember that Charlie was a thought leader. He would not want his life and his legacy to revolve around his murder. He would want his life and legacy to revolve around helping deliver the youth vote, helping to build Turning Point USA, helping to make a difference on college campuses.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I pray we focus on. The justice will be served, and trust me, it will. And again, you can have questions, but
I'm going to ask you
please
one.
honor my husband.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask you one last question on this. And
Mhm.
this is, I want you to know, and I want everybody listening to know, I'm trying to ask you about this in the most respectful way, manner,
Oh, I
acknowledging.
know.
But I want you
I
everybody to know
know.
this is the juggle. And it's not woe is me. It's like, I don't want you to have to talk about something that you don't want to talk about. I
Mhm.
also don't want to be juvenile. So the juvenile part of this is the prurient digging in. And it's
Mhm.
also doing something that I've done so far in this interview, which I haven't mentioned Candace Owens. I just didn't mention her name. And I didn't do
Mhm.
that because I don't want to force you to talk about it if you don't want to. But everyone
Mhm.
listening knows. And so after a while, I'm like, well, don't be juvenile. Everybody knows what you're talking about. And I'll be upfront. I haven't kept up with it. I don't know everything. I don't
I know.
know all the accusations. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
I
It's
honestly,
impossible to
yeah, I
keep
don't.
up with.
Yeah.
So in a lot of ways, I guess I am asking about something that we're not addressing. And I don't think that's fair to the audience. So I'm going to ask you this last question on this. And what I'm going to say is you have made a choice that has changed in the last week. Your team has been talking, and you have also said that a bridge has been crossed, talking about people that you know. What I'm curious
Mhm.
about, Erika, is going forward, will you and the team, do you think you will talk about it more? Do you think you will address all of the stuff? Because to your point, you said it, and I feel it. It's growing. It's not going away.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
chatter, the theories, it's growing. It's not going
Mhm.
away. So how do you
Mhm.
think you'll address that going forward?
Yeah, the chatter will always be there, regardless. What if we spent all of our time going through every single accusation? We'd get nothing done at the office. Nothing. We were told that if we said stop, they would stop. And we said stop. And I'll say it again. Please stop.